Millennials, we need to chat. Apparently, you are not familiar with simple devices such as these. Screwdriver, tape measure, hammer, saw, pretty much any tool, according to the article that I've got pulled up here, says that millennials just are not familiar with home maintenance. So we're going to get down to the bottom of this, I promise. But before we jump into the article, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Brian. I'm a realtor here in the Boston market. And in this channel, we cover all things real estate, which includes home improvement. So if you do enjoy content like this, I just kindly ask that you smash that like button and also click the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. With that out of the way, let's get into it. Okay, so this is a article from a company called Puronics, which I was not familiar with, but they do water purification, and they surveyed, I think, 1,100 different millennials that recently purchased a home. Actually, it was a kind of a split between people who are renting and people who are currently homeowners. So let's just take a look at this article here real quick. It says, millennials short on skills, tools for home maintenance. Young adult homeowners admit they know little about home maintenance. As repairs are deferred, homes are beginning to show the effect. Puronics, a company that provides water softener treatment solutions, surveyed more than 1,000 millennials aged 25 to 40 to find out how knowledgeable they are about the home maintenance. Millennials are likely to know, actually, before I do that here. So this just surprises me right out of the gate, because one of the things that I associate with millennials, whether it be right, wrong, or indifferent, is that everybody between the ages of 25 and 40, again, I'm a licensed real estate professional, I'm a realtor, and I deal with a lot of folks across many different age groups, but in particular, this 25 to 40 age demographic, they all watch these HGTV shows, whether it's List It and Love It, Fix It or Flip It, the Chip and Joanna Gaines show, I forgot what that one's called. All these shows, Property Brothers is another one I think that they watch, but all these shows show these people going in and buying these homes or remodeling homes and doing all this work, and they just have this idea in their head that I'm going to go into this home and I'm just going to fix all these things and it's going to be easy, it's going to be fun, and then they get into the home and then they realize they don't even necessarily know how to use a tape measure or a screwdriver. So we're going to see here based on the survey, and this survey is alarming to me anyways, but maybe it's not to you. Maybe I'm totally off base here, but we'll see. Okay, so millennials are least likely to know how to do the following home maintenance tasks according to the survey. Fix a leaky faucet. Okay, so that's number one, fix a leaky faucet. I will admit, fixing a leaky faucet depends on, of course, what's wrong with it, but it's not that easy. I mean, plumbers exist for a reason, and oftentimes it is for fixing a leaky faucet. But for the most part, I mean, faucets are fairly inexpensive. So rather than fix the leaky faucet, you could just go out and replace the faucet, which I would hope someone would have the ability to do. It's just a couple of quick connections and some caulking, and it's really not that hard. You can watch a couple of YouTube videos to figure out how to do it. Let's keep reading. All right, caulk tile. Again, that one is alarming. How do you not know how to caulk tile? That's very easy, very straightforward. Fix the garbage disposal. I will give them credit for that. I mean, fixing a garbage disposal is not necessarily easy. You have to figure out exactly what's wrong with it. Oftentimes it could be a short somewhere in the electrical, so there's a reset button on the bottom of it. Sometimes there's something jammed in there, so you got to find this Allen wrench that came with the garbage disposal, which of course over the years just disappears. Sometimes it's a wrench. There's a million different ways that a garbage disposal can break, and it is definitely not that easy to diagnose. And to replace it is also a bit of a challenge as well. And there's some electrical involved, so I'll give you that one. I'll give you the garbage disposal, okay? So let's keep going here. All right, clean the dishwasher filter. That is inexcusable. Everyone should know how to clean a dishwasher filter. That's one of the easiest things to do. Replace a refrigerator water filter. 43% of the people don't know how to replace a water filter. Are you kidding me? Is this even possible? Is this accurate? Is this like a joke article? To me, it feels like an April Fool's Day joke. 43% of the people don't know how to replace a water filter. It is literally push it in, turn it quarter counterclockwise, and pop it out, usually, in most instances. You're telling me people don't have the ability to do that? No way. Clean the shower head. I will admit, I don't do that myself, but we don't have much buildup. We don't have a water softener, but we don't have much buildup on the shower head. Plus, all of our plumbing is all brand new, so we don't really run into that issue. Replace the air filter. 22% of the people. Now, I'm thinking with replace this air filter, I suspect it's maybe they just don't know to replace the air filter, but certainly someone can pull an air filter out and put a new one in. I mean, you'd have to use a screwdriver, mind you, to go in there. There's typically a metal bracket that holds that air filter in place. So there's a screw on the top, screw on the bottom. You just go in, loosen up those two screws, pull that metal piece off, and then the air filter slides right out. So I think this is probably like 22% of the people just haven't replaced the air filter. I would hope that's what this means. Reset a tripped fuse. I feel like I should have brought more props. A fuse is something that literally, if it's in the on position and you go down into your panel and it's in the middle, that's one that's been tripped. All you have to do is go the complete opposite direction to reset it and then flip it back over and it'll be good to go. Assuming there isn't a fault in the line somewhere. If that happens, or if there's some type of overload, constant overload, then you're going to have to address that separately. And for that, I would 100% recommend getting an electrician. Manually flush toilet. 8%. So 8% of the people don't know how to and I'm assuming that's if the flapper. You want to talk about the flapper, the thing that there's a chain that connects to the flapper so that when the flapper pulls up, the water goes in. But if that's broken for whatever reason, and you got to manually pull that up, and then you got to put a bucket of water in there to manually flush the toilet. I guess, that's 90% of the people, 92% of the people know how to do that, so I guess that's okay. And then unclog the toilet, 6%. Yeah, so I'll buy that too. I mean, a vast majority of the people know how to unclog a toilet. Born of necessity. So part of the problem, let's keep reading here. Part of the problem may be that millennials may not own the tools to do the maintenance. 54% of the young adults surveyed say they don't own a stud finder. Wow. That's more than half. 30% don't own a ladder. 27% don't own a level. And 13% don't own a toolbox. 1 in 10 millennials don't know the difference between a flat and a Phillips screwdriver, the survey also found. All right, so that's 10%. Okay. You ready? Yeah, we'll do it this way. This is, come on. This is the flat screwdriver. It's so hard. There we go. That is a flat head screwdriver. Oh, this is a terrible example. And that's the Phillips head. We all square now? All right, for you 10% of millennials that don't know the difference between flathead and a Phillips head screw. My goodness. I can't believe that. There's no way that's true. Especially with all that IKEA furniture that you folks buy. I guess it's all Allen wrenches and star bits. So I guess maybe you don't know what a standard screwdriver would look like. To find help with home maintenance, millennials overwhelmingly say they most often turn to Google or YouTube, 86% and 85% respectively. No, they're the same thing, right? Google owns YouTube. 62% ask their parents, and 42% seek the help of a professional, the survey shows. Home maintenance is overwhelming to many young adults, so much so it may even deter them from buying a home. 45% of millennials who rent say the thought of home maintenance expenses prevent them from buying a home, according to the Puronics survey. Well, I understand that. I mean, home maintenance is incredibly expensive, but ultimately, a home is a terrific investment And just the numbers don't lie. When you look at homeowners as opposed to renters, the average net worth of a homeowner is 40 times that of a renter. So again, the numbers don't lie. If you have the opportunity to purchase a home and you're a millennial, I know you guys are getting crushed right now. Absolutely crushed, especially first-time home buyers. It is extremely challenging out there. But I did a video a couple of weeks ago where I provided some tips, some really good tips. I thought were some really good tips for first-time home buyers. So make sure you check that out. In fact, maybe I'll leave a link to it up here somewhere in the video itself. But it is so important to start somewhere. Get on that property ladder. You can do it. Buy a ladder. You know, this says that some people don't even have a ladder. Go buy a ladder. Even if it's just a step stool. Get on that property ladder. Get something under contract and start building equity as opposed to spending rent and making somebody else wealthy. So that is totally off topic to what we're dealing with here, but it's a message that I think a lot of millennials need to hear. Keep going, keep pushing, keep trying. If you're working with someone that isn't fighting for you, go find someone that will. So anyways, millennials, I would love to hear from you. Is this survey outrageous? Do you actually have the skills to unclog a toilet? I would imagine you do. Do you know the difference between a Phillips head and a flathead screw? Come on. I mean, how realistic is this? I don't know because I'm not a millennial. I'm old. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, again, make sure that you smash that like button and also click the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching. Take care.